guys, welcome to the Texas Fly Fishing Report. My name is Shannon. If you've never been here, welcome one and all to my YouTube channel. It's been in existence since 2007, guys. So these reports come infrequently as weather dictates and as conditions dictate, but I decided since April was basically a 0-0 month because of the wind. May has been kind of weird. It's the 22nd. This is my second attempt at this, actually. I recorded this yesterday and my audio dropped out, so we're trying to take steps. I think my good old DSLR there is finally giving up the ghost after so many years of use, but I don't know. So anyway, this is the Texas Fly Fishing Report, May 22nd. We've had a cold front here in North Texas and it's cooled off. Temperatures about 25 degrees. Very unusual. We were super hot in April and May comparatively, and now it's cooled off just in time for June. It's really freaky stuff. Not only that, we've had just the most windy month in April, set records. May was windy. I didn't get but about 2 days on the water in April, so if you didn't get a report, that's why. And let me tell you right up front that we're going to have some product looks here at the very end, that I've got some products that I want to show you. So hang in there, and we're going to run our TPWD scroll for probably the last time. It's been a good relationship up until recently when they started dumping in a whole bunch of private companies references on it, and I have to go in there and strip that out, but I'm tired of it. So we're not going to run that anymore, probably after this one, maybe one more time, who knows. But anyway, this is the Texas Fly Fishing Report for May 22nd, and going forward, check that scroll at the very, very end. There's usually some good music to listen to anyway, even if you don't look at the report. I've been all across the state of Texas in May. I did a story slash video slash photo shoot for Chittum Skiffs down in Rockport as they rolled out their new tiller version of their fantastic carbon fiber skiff, and that went well, and you can see the link at the bottom or in the description, and you can go watch that video about the new Chittum rollout. Very good. Also, of course, I had to fish while I was there, and it was extremely difficult. Had maybe 1 day out of 5 to fish because of the wind, as you can see. What can I say, guys? May the 6th, 2022, and we're on Goose Island State Park. As you can see, another blowout of a day here. So virtually the entire week has been blown. Not reasonable to fish either here or down with my friend in Port O'Connor. The wind has just been brutal, just like April. This is May 2022. It was really something to behold, the wind hitting on Rockport. I was at Goose Island State Park, stayed there for a few days. I stayed with my friend Clint. We caught fish kind of in shelter down at Port O'Connor. That's his favorite place to go. He knows it really well, and I go down there with him. So he invited me down. I got out of the wind for a couple of days, left my tent standing there, and people thought I disappeared that were in the neighboring campgrounds, but no, I'm okay. Everything's okay. They even checked on me, actually, by text message. So it's kind of wild, but came back, did that story for Chittum. I also did a story at the same time about a shallow water pickup that's becoming kind of standard for Texas on the Chittum skiffs. It is by Mac Jank, and it is, there'll be a reference to that on there too. There's a video on him running through what this thing does. It's pretty incredible. It will work not just for skiffs, but just about any boat. Basically, if the hull's in the water, water's going into the motor, no matter what the height of the motor is, and moving, or you know, not moving, but still, if water's in the back of the hull at the transom, you got water in the motor, which is kind of different, kind of interesting. So, and of course, you know, we run tunnels on the coast. That's the only thing I don't have on this skiff that I'll never have because it just wasn't built that way. But man, those new Chittum skiffs are pretty tempting. Carbon fiber, very lightweight, under 200 pounds just for the hull weight. So that's pretty amazing. So around here in North Texas, getting to the report. It's fantastic. I've been out for 2 days earlier, a couple weeks ago, 10 days ago, and the carp fly fishing is just off the charts great. It seems like the fish have had a year off. They just took a year off last year. It was kind of that way. It was pretty slow and pretty difficult last year. This year it's going great guns when you can get out, when it's not 50 degrees and blowing 25 miles an hour and getting ready. I think we're gonna have storms all week this week, so it's pretty tough. But big fish, lots of fish. Ray Roberts, Carp on the Fly, you know, I guide for that, so look me up if you're looking to do some of that. It's pretty fun. And more fun, it's more challenging actually than it is fun. A lot of people don't do it because they're afraid of the challenge, but really it's not that bad once you get in the groove, and it takes a while to get in the groove, but it can be done. So there's pictures of that right there, hopefully maybe a video cut, but that's what's going on here locally. Wind is dominating the state of Texas right now, and it's been a real problem. You can see from that earlier video just a few seconds ago from Rockport, it's really bad. And there's no Chamber of Commerce way to gloss it over. It is affecting everybody end to end. And you know, we got a smoky haze here from a fire down in Abilene that was burning out of control until yesterday. It's called the hot mesquite fire or something like that. So it's got a name and everything, and it's become huge down there. And the smoke from there has been ending up here. As you can see, there's an aerial photo I took. I went out on a limb and got a drone. I've still got to get licensed for it and everything, but I'm kind of keying in on taking still photos with a drone instead of video. Excuse me while I get a drink of water, and then we'll move on to some products that I don't necessarily they don't support me, but they do support me because I get pro deals on some of this stuff, quite honestly. I'm very loyal to the companies I've been with a long time. That includes Simms and some others. Of course, Yeti is a great company. I've tried other coolers in the meantime. The Yeti's still the best, does the best job, and absolutely most durable there is. But you'd be crazy not to try some new things out and progress in your gear and your equipment as you go along, because that's how small companies like me get started, is by people willing to try something out that they have just seen, or maybe not, you know, not influenced by massive marketing like Simms and Sage and all these other guys. So let me show you a couple of things. We're going to start with my own product, my new 2.0 Clint fly line mat. I've redeveloped the mold for this. I've changed it up. It's got a conical shape on the end now. Still the same weight at 2 pounds of good, high quality, top quality rubber. It'll say made in the USA on the back like it did. But this guy, with these nibs, instead of the old flat nibs like this one right here, these release the line even better. So we're about releasing the line. This is the Clint. Right now it's $139. June 1st goes to $149. You should buy a couple. And here's the great thing about these. I don't know if the camera's in frame, but you can lay it on the side over here. You can lay it across the front over here, across the back, on the back, or on the other side over there. So these mats are the most practical mat out there because they're the right shape. 6 inches by 36 inches. They got hash marks for measuring stick on them. And I went ahead and put little bitty dots at every 10 inches. So you know 10, 20, and 30 inches. So that's how that works. Very cool. Get you one of these before they go up in price, because everything's gone up, including my materials on this. So that's what's going on with this. It's a tough time, you know, in the United States because of pricing is going up. I'm only going up $10 to $149. And I'll be going up on my other ones too to reflect the cost of materials. There's also the rounder, what I call the rounder, and I don't have, someone got my my tickler, but the rounder can go on the front just like this too. These things are small enough to fit around your poling platform. The rounder still does have the conical shaped nibs on it, so that's great for the front. If you got a rounder on the front and 2 of these on either side, you can turn any direction. That's what Having two is about turning your boat in other directions and not having to move the mat from one side to the other. Because as you rotate for fish, you don't have to pick up the mat and put it on the other side. So when the wind changes, you change direction in accordance with the wind. That's what that's all about. So two of them beats one every time. Most of my guides that buy these buy two at a time. Even one is better than none, okay? Because it's not like those ugly stick-ons that go on your deck up here. To me, that when you stick something on a beautiful boat like a Chittum skiff, when you stick a little sticky thing on there, that's like putting a baby on board sticker on a brand new Corvette. I mean, come on, people. That looks awful. You've destroyed the actual aesthetic of the boat, of a very, very expensive boat, by sticking these things on there. And they pop off, by the way. If you double wrap over on that and pull like this, pop, they'll pop off. Not all the time, not every time, but they will pop off. So that's my product. Get it while you can at $139. It's going to $149. I hate to do that. I really do. I hate it, hate it, hate it. But what I'll do is if the price of rubber goes back down, you know it never will, I'll go back down. We might hit a depression. The prices might go down. All right, let's get a look at something else here. I was at the Houston Fishing Show recently, back in, well, it was a long time ago now, a few months ago. And I came across these guys at Hook and Bullet, and I kind of liked what they're doing. So they kind of came to me and wanted me to try their glasses. I had no idea about, I knew technically what was going on with these guys. ZEISS, proprietary nylon. So ZEISS, if you know optics at all, you know ZEISS is the best, basically. So right there they have me, and then their frames are also made in Italy, which is also great, not made in China. I'm all for that. And they're actually poppable, so you can pop these out and put another color lens on there. The thing that makes these guys kind of intriguing to me is, I'll get to the way they look when you look through them, but what intrigues me is their claims are the mirror finish, whatever color it is, makes no difference on the front. Doesn't make any difference. It's the base layers of color that make the difference on lenses, and so they don't talk about greens and blues and all that stuff like other companies, Costa. They just talk about the lens itself, which is kind of refreshing in a way, because it takes a whole lot of the rigmarole out of choosing glasses. But I still had no idea because I'd never worn the glasses. So I had them send me, they asked me what I wanted, had them send me something for redfish on the flats on the coast. And I assumed that would work also for carp here in North Texas, Lake Ray Roberts. Sure enough, very good contrast. They work really well to reveal the fish. But let me tell you something. The way these guys are different, the way these guys have got me even more kind of on board, is the sharpness of these. The actual material is so thin that it makes the actual image sharper in your eye. So there's like a distinction there in these, and it's plastic. It's not they call it nylon, not plastic, whatever you want to call it. It's not glass. The distinction there is just the difference in delineating edges of color and stuff like that. So I really like those for that. They're sharper than any. I'm a Smith guy, okay? So I'm on board with Smith Optics, and I've been with them for many, many years, and transition would be very, very difficult. But Hook and Bullet, take a look at those guys, www.hookandbullet.com, I think it is, or .life or something like that. It'll be in the description below. Very cool. Take a look at them. I haven't decided, okay? The reason I haven't decided on these is because we got to test them for durability, and that's just by day in, day out. And if they don't make the grade on that, I'm going to let you know, just like I do everything else I do. You're going to know the truth about the products I look at, always. If you look back, I really reamed some people way, way back. Oof, it was bad. They're out of business now, but whatever. Another company, I was just looking for some new waders, and looking at bags and all this kind of stuff, because guys like this stuff. And girls like it too. But chemical company called Dryft, D-R-Y-F-T. Dryft. and they have waders. They're kind of like punky looking with their logo and kind of stuff like that. Punky, I don't know if that's a word anymore. Is that a word? I don't know. I have no idea. But dryftfishing.com. I haven't even tried this out. This is how busy I've been. You're not gonna believe how busy I've been. But that, I'm studying for the drone thing. Don't get me distracted, okay? So there's a lot going on. Great bag. Here's why I like it. Simplicity. It's thin. It doesn't weigh anything in your hand to begin with. I don't want a bag that weighs something before it's got anything in it. But look at this. A roll top. No zippers, people. No zippers. Zippers are the bane of the existence of these bags because they get wet. And if you get them wet and salt, they're all over with. Inside, tons of room. I could probably put the original family Bible in there, you know. It's so big you could hold a family Bible. And it's got pockets, front, back, corners. And one great thing about these guys, let me just show you. I already have it out on the side. Look at this. These guys have a sense of humor. Beer can holder, or bottle. It'll hold a bottle too. You want to put your shiner in there? That'll do it right there. So there, and guess what? Double fisted. There's one on this side too, which take it or leave it. Pretty cool. Back in the back, even on the belt itself, there's a hidden zipper compartment back there. So we got zipper right here, which, you know, I'm not, you know, you got to have zippers sometimes. You can't roll everything down. So, and inside there's compartments there. And of course there's ways to click everything down like that. And the belt looks great. You know, the bottle thing, it might hold one of these. Let's see if it'll hold that. Let's see if it'll do that. It might. There we go. There you go, right there. So you put your Yeti right in there. Adds a lot of weight. And then you put whatever beer on the other side. Whatever you want to do. Dryftfishing.com. Check these guys out. Check out their waders and stuff. And let me know what you think. And who knows, maybe I'll try a pair of waders eventually. They do not do wholesale. They're only available through the website at Dryft. So check those guys out. Guys, a lot of stuff. I was going to tell you one other thing. I have a kayak. It's a canoe, actually. Cognac. I'll call it a cognac. It is the Old Town 11.9. It's Sportsman 11.9, and it's still in the rafter at home. That's how bad things are, and how bad the weather's been, and how uncooperative my time has been so far. Here we are, May 22nd. I've had that thing a month, and it hasn't gotten wet. So that's what's going on, guys. Thanks for watching. I left something out, I'm sure, because it's just crazy. I think we're going to do a video this week. We're going to look at some new products by Loon, new to me, and we're going to go to my fly tying bench, which was like piled about this high with stuff. Clear that bench off and see what we can find. If nothing else, please go check the mats out. It's on www.texasflycaster.com, left-hand column, and there's a whole page on that site, texasflycaster.com, talking about the fly line mats, how they're made, what they're good for, how they work, video. I got a video on it too. I'll put a link on the bottom in the description for the video for this new mat. And please go take a look while you can still get them at a good price. I'm winded. How about you? Let's move forward now. Let's hope this one turns out compared to yesterday and the waste of time that I did yesterday. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, like, hate, I don't care. Go ahead, do what you got to do. This is the Texas Flycaster YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time.